Guildmaster Trash is under fire for his guild's terrible weapons, and he quickly throws Sig under the bus. And there's Sig, grinning like he's just found his calling. He declares he's no longer tied down by anyone. You love to see it. Now he's crafting for himself, finally free to hone his skills without a fool hovering over him. Flashback to Sig trying to explain to the boss that the production targets are utterly impossible. And this blondie just retorts, "What kind of spoiled nonsense is that?" This guy really lectured him about risking lives while lounging on a plush couch. My man is literally working himself to the bone, and this fool dares to call him spoiled. That expression, a man whose spirit has been crushed one final time. Turns out Guildmaster Trash was running a full-on sweatshop, exploiting everyone for profit. Sig points out that everyone is at their limit, but Guildmaster Trash couldn't care less. So our boy tries to negotiate, offering to meet the ridiculous quota for just one small favor. All he wants is the green light to forge a katana, his sole passion in this nightmare. This blondie acts like he's just now recalling Sig's entire reason for being there. Sig reminds him that the previous boss actually allowed him to pursue his craft, unlike this new clown, and Guildmaster Trash tramples all over his dream, dismissing katanas as useless, fragile junk. This psycho gives him the shut up and follow orders glare. What a piece of work. Sig attempts to defend his art, but the boss cuts him off with a "why even try?" You can see the moment his spirit leaves him as he repeats a futile dream. Guildmaster Trash then tells him to abandon his life's ambition. Bro chose maximum violence. Sig offers one last chance, but Guildmaster Trash just calls him annoying for dreaming. And that's when our boy decided he was done with this clown's entire operation. He did it! My man declared I quit and finally embraced freedom. This blondie is genuinely stunned, like he can't believe his best worker is leaving. Sig hits him with the Uno reverse, saying he broke the contract first by being a terrible boss. Guildmaster Trash throws a fit, yelling that Sig will come crawling back. Spoiler, he won't. Our boy just slams the door on that nonsense, completely unfazed. You love to see it. Back in his room, Sig calls the dude petty, which is the understatement of the year. He knows staying in that sweatshop would have literally killed him, so it's time to leave. My man's packing up his katanas, the very things that Psycho deemed a useless dream. Poetic. Sig's all set to leave, but he has to make one final stop at the workshop. And here's the sweatshop with all the other poor souls still grinding away. This dude looks like he hasn't seen daylight in years. Just another casualty of the grind. Our boy Sig takes in the despair one last time before he finally breaks free. This freckled kid Torque spots Sig and asks if he's going on a trip. Oh, you naive child. Sig, being a good guy, says he wanted to bid farewell to his work buddies before leaving. My man drops the bomb on Torque, bluntly telling him he's quitting this hellhole. And Torque is completely stunned. His face screams, "You're doing what now?" Freckles immediately panics, realizing Sig was the backbone of this entire operation. Sig just echoes the boss's own words, saying he thinks I'm replaceable. Cold. Torque speaks the truth, telling Sig he's the only reason this sweatshop hasn't crumbled yet. Sig has a flashback about a mysterious woman, Kaidi, who actually valued his craft. A simp motivation, perhaps. Freckles guilt trips him, reminding him he's the only one who can forge for this Kaide girl. Our boy just gives him a calm smile and a please, basically saying, "That sounds like your problem now." Torque is freaking out, yelling that this Kaidi lady will literally kill him if he touches her katana. My man Torque is on the verge of tears, pleading with Sig not to leave him to face some sword fanatic. Sig, ever the hero, tells his friends not to risk their lives covering for him. What a stand-up guy. And with that, our boy just walks away, leaving Torque shouting his name into the void. Cold exit. We get a nice little view, the calm before our boy realizes he's jobless and homeless. Sig stands on a rooftop admitting he rage quit with no plans. My man is all about freedom, zero foresight. Sig's coming to terms with the fact that freedom also means jobless, and he needs a license for everything. He's having a moment of clarity post-toxic job, realizing that loyalty got him nowhere. We shift to a muscular old man grilling meat, probably the best food in this entire city. Our guy approaches the food stall, and the old man recognizes him instantly. Connections matter. The apprentice is stunned, but the old man casually flexes, saying this guy's a legendary blacksmith. A straightforward, wholesome exchange between two artisans who genuinely respect each other's craft. The kid is losing it over the knife's quality, giving Sig the validation that Trash Boss never provided. He's literally scrutinizing the meat juices to complement his own knife skills. What a geek. Just when he finds his moment of peace, chaos erupts in the town square. A quick flashback shows the old man pleased that his knife is in capable hands. So wholesome. Sig is just trying to enjoy his meat skewer when the plot decides to crash the party. A random blonde maniac is going wild in the town square, wielding a massive sword. He assumes it's just a drunk guy, not realizing a side quest is unfolding right in front of him. And here comes the cavalry, a blonde knight ordering everyone to back off. The knight immediately asserts control, demanding the maniac drop his weapon. This lunatic takes it as a personal affront and charges at her head first. She looks completely over this guy's vibe before he even gets close. She parries his wild swing like it's just another Tuesday. Okay, she can fight. Sig watches from the sidelines, critiquing her swordplay in real time. His assessment: she's skilled but struggling against this guy's raw aggression. The knight is blocking, but this maniac swings his greatsword like a baseball bat. Sig winces at the sound, feeling the sword's agony resonate with his soul. He gives a full breakdown of the weapon, mocking the maniac for using it like a club. Sig predicts it right there. Her sword will snap if she keeps blocking that gorilla. And just like that, the maniac's next swing turns her sword into a shish kebab. The knight is utterly shocked that her cherished family sword just vanished. With her disarmed, Sig finally decides to stop narrating and join the fray. The food stall kid is panicking, but the old man knows Sig is about to take charge. Sig steps in front of the knight, telling the maniac, "It's fine," like he's breaking up a schoolyard brawl. This lunatic has no idea he's about to get wrecked by a blacksmith on his lunch break. He pulls out one of those useless katanas, ready to show everyone what's what. The maniac keeps charging, completely unaware he's about to become a highlight reel. And just like that, Sig dodges the greatsword, leaving the maniac and the crowd speechless. He slices through solid steel like it's a stick of butter, casual. The knight is having a full-on existential crisis, witnessing this impossible feat. The crowd is losing it, wondering what kind of cheat code that katana is. Sig checks on the knight like he didn't just defy the laws of physics. He delivers the coldest line, "Try that again in your next life." The maniac is utterly broken, his will to fight sliced in half along with his sword. The guards finally arrive after the show ends, and Sig stands there like, "You're welcome." Sig lectures the defeated maniac on his drinking habits, adding insult to injury. The knight introduces herself, flustered after being saved by a random guy on his lunch break. She asks for his name, and he just hits her with a no. The edgelord vibes are strong. Sig brushes off slicing a greatsword in half like it was nothing. He's allergic to credit. The knight tries to convince him to stay, but he's already ghosting her mid-sentence. He waves her off with a good luck, leaving her hanging. What a total savage. The knight rushes to the old man for intel, desperate to know who just saved her. Sig gives all the credit to his katana, acting like he wasn't the one wielding it. We return to the sweatshop, where a new clown questions Sig's significance. "Oh, you sweet summer child." And Torquay immediately roasts the new guy for not realizing he's in the presence of a legend. Torquay is enthusiastically promoting Sig to the newcomer, essentially hosting his own fan club meeting. Freckles elaborates on Sig's expertise, emphasizing his dedication to crafting the ideal weapon by understanding his clients. His craftsmanship is so exceptional that even his scissors must be considered legendary. We dive into his philosophy. Blacksmithing is about forging connections, not just creating items. Saiji delivers the classic, "I made it, so I know how to wield it," flex. With his point established, he wanders into the woods for some solitary brooding. He's been so absorbed in his work that he hasn't even had a moment to swing his own sword. He's giving us an in-depth analysis on why his seemingly useless katanas are actually incredibly powerful. Our protagonist reaffirms his lifelong dream after that awful boss tried to crush it. He's having a heartfelt moment with his sword. What a true weapon enthusiast. We're treated to a poignant flashback, starting with some breathtaking mountain views. An elder is imparting wisdom to a youthful Sig. This is where his obsession began. The lesson boils down to understanding your user, a stark contrast to Guildmaster Trash's exploitative approach. And there it is. The classic "I will surpass my father" moment, a true protagonist declaration. We see a striking image of young Sig gazing at his future self. He's been grinding his whole life. Back in the present, he decides it's time to head home. He rage quit, but has a backup plan. The narrator hints at a fresh cast of characters. Looks like a countryside harem arc is on the horizon. He's riding in a carriage, looking incredibly pleased. He's officially on a journey of self-discovery. The narrative is calling him a future legend. The hype train has officially departed. Sig finally reaches his old village, overwhelmed by nostalgia. The homecoming arc kicks off. Our protagonist, Sig, finally arrives in his hometown after a month of travel. The prodigal son has returned. He approaches what appears to be the old family home, ready to crash on the couch for a while. The village chief opens the door, completely unaware of who this grown man is. Awkward reunion alert. Then it dawns on him. The elder is thrilled to see our boy, all grown up after his city escapades. Sig drops the bombshell about quitting his job, and the chief is absolutely losing it. While the old man is having a meltdown, potential countryside harem candidates are already gathering outside. The local girls are eavesdropping as Sig spills the tea on Guildmaster Trash's exploitative practices. Our protagonist delivers the shonen classic, "I must surpass my father." You love to see it. Sig announces he's back to create his magnum opus. The retirement arc is officially off the table. The chief gives him a reality check saying, "Bro, no one here can afford your legendary creations." Sig clarifies he's not in it for the money. He just wants to pursue his passion. The chief offers him the old family workshop, and just like that, our boy's unemployment arc ends. The elder tells him, "You're just like your father, the highest form of praise." And just like that, the chief offers him the village blacksmith position. Our boy's career is back on track. He's genuinely excited to craft farming tools after dealing with that S-rank guild nonsense. The local girls are already plotting outside, thrilled about their new S-rank blacksmith. The chief is having a proud dad moment, reminiscing about when Sig was just a little tool sharpener. Our boy gets flustered when the old man mentions his humble beginnings. Sig finally sees the old family workshop now harmoniously integrated with nature. He's literally battling through the wilderness to reach his own home. Saiji stands before his new place, which looks like it's been reclaimed by the forest. He strolls in as if he owns the place, which, to be fair, he kind of does now. The interior resembles a spider convention, but he's completely unfazed. He quickly realizes his father's legendary sword is missing, but he takes it in stride. This guy is literally getting high off the scent of rust and dust. What a weapon enthusiast. He embraces the dusty air as if it were an old friend. The reality of inhaling a pound of ancient dust hits him like a freight train. He's coughing up a lung, trying to clear out this tetanus trap of a workshop. He inspects the living quarters, untouched since the dawn of time. Sig is excited to embark on his home renovation side quest. The grind never ends. Sig's reminiscing about his days of doodling swords. This guy's been obsessed with weapons since he was born. He just conjured an entire magic circle to clean up. A blacksmith with spells? Now that's impressive. Sig's clearing out the junk, which is likely half the workshop by now. Suddenly, the countryside's harem candidates appear outside his rusty trap. He quickly notices their heightened alertness, likely because he resembles a squatter. Sig lays out his credentials, dropping the chief's name to avoid involving the village guards. The younger one clings tightly to her sister. He gives off that unemployed and potentially dangerous vibe. Sig thinks to himself, "Yep, they're scared of me. At least he knows it." The older sister confesses they were eavesdropping on his entire life story earlier. She introduces herself as Liliana, while the little one is Atra. The welcome committee has arrived. Liliana modestly admits she's still figuring out the hunting game. Sig immediately starts boosting her confidence, impressed by her dedication to farming and hunting. You can practically see the wheels turning in his mind as he envisions a custom hunting knife for her. Seeing the state of his new place, Liliana offers to help clean. The hair and grime are piling up. She casually mentions it's our day offline, basically volunteering for some hard work. Sig is genuinely taken aback that people are offering help without any strings attached. Poor guy's been through it. He agrees, and the girls are already geared up and ready to tackle this rusty mess. Sig shows off his S-rank strength, effortlessly carrying a hefty crate while Liliana is in shock. He pulls out the cleaning magic again, leaving the country girls in awe with a dust-busting spell. Just like that, Liliana is already developing feelings, realizing this guy is on another level. And just like that, the rusty trap transforms into a spotless workshop. His cleaning magic is top tier. He offers to forge them something as a thank you, finally getting to use his skills for good. Atra has no idea what a blacksmith is. Oh, you sweet, naive child. Liliana immediately starts hyping him up, mentioning the village chief called him a legend. Sig pulls out a useless katana to show Atra, flexing his life's work on a literal child. Atra is completely captivated, giving him the validation that Trash Boss never provided. Sig is basking in the compliments, looking smug as ever. You love to see it. He's already offering to craft them custom tools, fully embracing this wholesome village blacksmith life. Liliana quickly requests a kitchen knife, and he's more than happy to oblige. Atra gets super excited, demanding her own knife too, the first official clients of the new shop. Atra immediately starts negotiating for her own custom knife, leaving her sister utterly stunned. Sig is just soaking up this wholesome family moment, praising her for wanting to help. Atra reveals that their current knives are terrible, giving Sig the perfect chance to show off. Liliana gets flustered, explaining their current gear is basically oversized junk for a kid. Atra hits him with the ultimate weapon, puppy dog eyes, asking if it's not allowed. Big Sis tries to play it safe, suggesting a real knife might be too much, but it's already too late. Sig just laughs it off, fully committed to making this kid a legendary butter knife. He calls it a housewarming gift, promising next-day delivery on 2 custom pieces. What a flex. The girls are losing their minds, bowing as if he just handed them the Holy Grail. The sisters leave, officially becoming the first members of the countryside harem. The arc is moving forward. Sig looks at his tidy new place, finally admitting the home renovation side quest has him beat. But instead of resting, he's already prepping his tools. This guy can't chill. He realizes he's been setting up shop on autopilot. The workaholic grind is in his very being. He questions his own actions, wondering why he's still working. Dude, it's just who you are. Sig admits he's tired, but being back in a real workshop reignites his creative spark. He decides to skip sleep and starts forging right then and there. The grind never ends. The narrator shares some blacksmithing lore as Sig prepares to show these villagers what S-rank really means. Sig reveals his secret is magic-infused forging, a skill he mastered in that hellish sweatshop. He's using a full magic circle as a forge, casually hitting 800 degrees like it's nothing. And we're getting a complete blacksmithing tutorial. This guy is about to create some legendary knives. He's back at the forge, hammering out some legendary kitchenware like it's his therapy session. In his element, he's shaping steel with a focus he never had in that sweatshop. That expression? A man finally pursuing his passion without a clown hovering nearby. Siggs is just chilling in his new workshop, realizing freedom means forging without quotas. He's actually enjoying the sweat now that it's for his own craft, not for Guildmaster Trash. Our boy is adding his secret touch to the blade, probably some S-rank magic nonsense. Sig gazes into the forge as if having a deep conversation with the flames. This guy is monologuing about how he never tires of this. What a total weapon nerd. He's more entranced by a glowing piece of metal than anything else in his life. Sai G drops the now's the time, signaling he's about to create a legendary item. With the first knife complete, SIG is eager to test what this S-rank kitchenware can achieve. He's ready to put his legendary knife to the test on a single unsuspecting piece of fruit. In full product testing mode, he's set to find out if the hype is justified. This orange has no clue it's about to be sliced by a culinary weapon. Sig snaps back to reality, realizing he's been grinding all night long. A moment of clarity hits him. Maybe he overdid it just a tad. He admits he got lost in the sauce, nearly crafting an OP kitchen knife. He realizes handing a sleep-deprived, passion-fueled knife to a civilian isn't a good idea. Sig's already redesigning the kid's knife for safety. His customer service is top-notch. Meanwhile, in the city, adventurers are already grumbling about the guild's trash gear. Adventurers are getting wrecked because of the guild's awful equipment. This new kid is spitting truth, saying the guild's gear is complete garbage. And look who's finally feeling the pressure. Guildmaster Trash is drowning in his own failures. Meanwhile, our boy is thriving, about to make his first official delivery in the village. The girl's mom opens the door and you can see Liliana simping in the background. She introduces herself as Cynthia the mom. The countryside harem just gained a MILF. Sig keeps it simple with his introduction, cool as a cucumber. Mama Cynthia is hyping him up, saying her daughters are excited for their new knives. And Sig just casually reveals, "Oh, you mean these?" flexing that he's already done. Cynthia is completely shocked, realizing this guy's work ethic is on another level. Mama Cynthia is losing her mind over the S-ranked craftsmanship of these kitchen knives. She's still trying to wrap her head around his 24-hour delivery for legendary items. Here come the first 2 members of the countryside harem, rushing to see their new blacksmith daddy. He asks them if they want to see what this S-ranked kitchenware can do. Flex. The girls are hyped, practically screaming yes in unison for their new toys. He makes the official handoff, and you can already see the legendary item glowing. Liliana is already simping over the sheath. His attention to detail is just that impressive. Now they're completely speechless, holding weapons of culinary destruction. We get the obligatory close-up to show this isn't your grandma's butter knife. Traumatized by Guildmaster trash, he thinks their silence means they hate his work. Liliana clarifies they were just amazed by the S-ranked craftsmanship, and he's visibly relieved. The little one, Atra, is eager to use her new toy, and Mom's like, "Go wild on this radish." Mama Cynthia is also simping for the knife, calling it the most beautiful thing she's ever seen. Atra is trying to chop this radish with the force of a hydraulic press. Sig panics, realizing he handed a legendary weapon to a child with zero chill. Just like that, the knife slices through the radish, splitting the cutting board in half. His first question is about the cutting board's condition, a true craftsman's priorities. Sig gives the kid a hands-on lesson, telling her to let the OP knife do the work. And it works flawlessly. He admits he tried to make it less sharp. What a flex. Liliana is having an existential crisis, wondering how he crafted a custom-fit knife without measuring. Our guy delivers a handshake that screams confidence. This dude's on a whole new level of geek. Liliana is utterly confused. Seriously, when did you pull that off? Sig launches into a full nerd explanation, claiming he can read your entire life from a handshake. Liliana struggles to wrap her head around this S-rank nonsense while our guy stands there looking pleased. Just like that, Liliana is smitten, her mind blown by his blacksmithing prowess. He shares his philosophy on crafting custom gear, taking a jab at Guildmaster trash. The little one, Atra, is shouting her gratitude, officially the first happy customer of the new shop. Atra clutches her new knife like it's a beloved pet. The cuteness levels are off the charts. Sig is soaking in the moment, realizing this is the validation he never got from Sweatshop Hell. We see the whole happy crew together, the inaugural members of the countryside harem. Our guy basks in the satisfaction of a job well done, finally receiving the recognition he deserves. He recalls the soulless grind of the guild. No wonder he threw in the towel. This guy is going on about pouring his soul into a kitchen knife. What a total nerd. Our guy realizes that actually engaging with clients reignited his passion for the job. Then Guildmaster Trash turned it into a sweatshop, crushing his creative projects. Sig confesses that the mindless mass production was draining his spirit. We all knew that, man. Liliana snaps him back to reality, concerned he's spiraling into a full breakdown. He reassures her, saying he's just happy, trying to downplay his existential crisis. Sig goes full Shunin hero, declaring that a satisfied customer fuels his motivation. Just like that, Liliana is smitten. My man's wholesome vibe is just too strong. Liliana returns with another request, seizing the moment while he's still riding the validation high. She's shouting about arrowheads like she just unlocked a new skill tree. My girl is fired up. Our guy Sig connects the dots, recalling her entire hunter backstory from earlier. Mama Cynthia reveals that Liliana's father was the original hunter of the family. Liliana shares her tragic backstory, expressing her struggle to live up to her father's legacy. She's essentially betting her entire career on our guy's S-rank forging skills to pull her out of the rut. Sig responds with a heartfelt thank you, likely for trusting him with her aspirations. He immediately shifts into full nerd mode, asking for her current gear to conduct a thorough analysis. Liliana hands over her bow, officially commissioning him for his next legendary project. Sig's already running diagnostics and wants a live demonstration. This guy's customer service is next level. Liliana gives him the live demo, and her arrow just kind of thuds into the tree, lacking power. She wears that, yeah, I know, my gear's garbage expression. Our guy boosts her confidence, but she admits she has the aim, just not the power to hunt. She asks him, "Your knife was OP, can you do that for my arrows?" He simply replies, "Bet," and gives her a same-day delivery promise. The service is unreal. Our guy is back at it, pumped to create some legendary arrowheads. He's in the zone, crafting with surgical precision. What a total nerd. Back at the anvil, he's hammering out another S-rank masterpiece. He gazes at his finished creation like a proud parent. A whole batch of legendary items ready. And just like that, he's off for the delivery. This guy's work ethic is off the charts. Our boy is just enjoying the outdoors, finally getting that fresh air missing from Guildmaster Trash's sweatshop. He calls the cool breeze luxurious. His standards were in the absolute gutter before this. And of course, his body immediately betrays him. He's not used to being out of a sauna. That's the expression of a man who just crafted some S-rank gear, ready for a 5-star review. He presents the finished product to Liliana, and she's already swooning over how beautiful the arrowheads are. Sig tells her to give it a test run, and Liliana is eager to see if this is her career-saving moment. She's got that please don't be trash like my old gear look of intense focus. And that arrow just obliterates the tree. The impact alone is S tier. Liliana is completely stunned, her face screaming. What kind of cheat code did he just give me? The arrow pierced through 2 trees, and our guy casually asks, "What do you think?" Like he didn't just defy physics. Liliana wonders if the city is filled with gods like him while he's spinning tales about the sweatshop. Now she's his PR manager, orchestrating a hype campaign across the village for his S-rank talents. We shift to the town square, where our protagonist is about to become an unwilling local legend. The chief's plan for publicity, a full-scale marketing blitz, and now SIGS has a crowd. The entire village is here, giving him the prove you're not trash glare. The stakes are high. Flashback to the chief orchestrating this public spectacle. This old man is a real troublemaker. The chief built him up as a legendary katana craftsman while he just wanted to sharpen some tools. This new kid shows up calling him old man. Seriously, he's only 20. Show some respect. Sig responds with a humble, "I'll fix your farm tools" routine, trying to keep expectations in check. The new kid gives him an unimpressed look. Oh, if only he knew who he was dealing with. This kid remains doubtful, handing over a broken axe as if he's doing our boy a favor. Sig instantly shifts into full nerd mode, analyzing the kid based on his father's old axe. He tells the kid, "I can tell you don't chop wood by your physique. Sherlock Holmes is now a blacksmith." The kid's slightly impressed, but still calls him old man while haggling over the price. So disrespectful. Our boy just grins, completely unfazed. He's not in it for the cash. He's here for the craft. And this little punk dares to say he'll negotiate if the work isn't up to par. Oh, you naive child. Sig pulls out a magical grindstone and the kid is instantly losing his composure. Our boy is practically buzzing from the S-rank energy radiating off that sharpening tool. The kid panics, fearing our boy will turn his axe to dust, but Sig is just enjoying the moment. Calmly, our boy explains metallurgy to the audience while the entire village enjoys the free show. He tunes out the critics, concentrating on the grind like the S-rank professional he truly is. The whole village is giving him the prove-it stare, waiting for him to mess up. And just like that, the kid is freaking out over an axe. Our boy transformed a tool into a legendary item. Sig gives him the smuggest. "So you believe now?" Expression I've ever seen. The kid quickly switches allegiance, becoming the president of the SIG fan club. Now the entire village is swarming him, eager for a taste of that S-rank sharpening service. Our boy is soaking it all in, finally receiving the validation that Trash Boss never provided. This guy is geeking out over their broken farm tools, calling them treasures. What a nerd. Our boy finally feels fulfilled, a sensation that Sweatshop Hell could never offer. We cut back to the city, likely to witness Guildmaster Trash's entire operation going up in flames. And look who it is. Night Girl meeting a new pretty boy named Schmidt. The student introduces himself as another guildmaster. We've seen how that usually ends. Night Girl is on a mission, searching for the man who saved her life. She's flattering him about his impressive guild, but we know she's here for one reason. This new clown is eating it up, boasting about his S-rank members as if he's not about to be humbled. And she drops the bomb. She's looking for a guy who forges katanas. His reaction will be priceless. She mentions our boy Sig, and we see him living his best life, completely unfazed. Night Girl is monologuing about her new obsession. She's totally smitten with that S-rank blacksmith. We flash back to the psycho who ruined her sword, the trigger for this entire simp quest. She's still haunted by the moment her family's sword was destroyed. The trauma lingers. She keeps replaying the instant our boy one-shotted that great sword. The highlight reel is on repeat. My girl is smitten, outright declaring, "I want that katana." The simp quest has officially begun. She's facing an identity crisis, realizing her years of sword training mean nothing next to that S-rank katana. Night Girl confesses she couldn't stop thinking about it and had to track our boy down. The obsession is real. This new clown Schmidt claims his team left weeks ago but tries to sell her on his B-team blacksmiths. Night Girl responds with a firm no, basically saying, "I didn't ask for your mediocre B-team." This clown really called katanas niche items, completely unaware he's talking to a new believer. She's already walking away, knowing our boy's passion for his craft is what makes him legendary. Night Girl bluntly asks if he truly has anyone better than Sig. She's calling him out. And this new clown is absolutely furious that she's not buying his second-rate blacksmith nonsense. Now this new guy, Schmidt, is throwing a full-blown fit, kicking furniture like a toddler. He's furious that everyone's riding the katana wave. Dude, catch up. Meanwhile, our guy is back in his workshop, ready to unleash another S-rank creation. He's quenching the blade now, the most nerve-wracking part of the entire process. Siggs is geeking out over the sword's first cry. This guy is in love with his craft. And he's finished. Our boy just created another legendary weapon and looks incredibly relieved. Now he's polishing it, showcasing those stunning wave patterns. The detail is mind-blowing. He admits he's still not at his dad's level. The grind of a shonen protagonist never ends. He's adding the final touches to his new creation, completing a true masterpiece. Then a new girl walks in, looking like a final boss. The countryside harem is growing. The new girl seems flustered, likely because she's never seen someone so dedicated. Our boy is still grinding like a true shonen protagonist, wondering how his dad got so strong. Sig puts his new creation away, still completely immersed in his own S-rank skills. He's literally crying tears of joy, confessing he's a full-on katana addict. Finally, he takes a bath, bragging that his tetanus trap has better amenities than the guild. He's reminiscing about the days in the sweatshop when a shower meant just getting hosed down. Flashback to Liliana and Atra arriving, shocked to see him covered in grime from 5 days. Sig casually mentions he's been on a 5-day forging spree. The grind is his life. Liliana brings him a victory meal, a thank you for her new career-saving arrowheads. She's giving him all the credit, saying his S-rank gear is why they're eating well tonight. Our boy is going full Gordon Ramsay on this victory meal, preparing it with surgical precision. Sig decides the meat is too good to just eat. He's turning it into a full culinary project. He's talking about a 3-day aging process. This guy can't do anything without making it an S-rank grind. And here's Liliana, fully equipped in her new gear, searching for the man behind it. Our boy Sig spots her, instantly noticing she's now on her hunter grind. He compliments her, saying it suits her well, and the simping levels are about to peak. Sig immediately asks for a review on the meat, but dude, you haven't even served it yet. Liliana short circuits, completely flustered by the unexpected question. Our boy just laughs it off, clarifying he hasn't even cooked the thing yet. Liliana panics, thinking he's preserving it, but Sig flexes, saying he's salt curing it. A chef now. Liliana is still confused, but he tells her he's going to smoke it like a pitmaster. He gets overly passionate about smoked meat, while Liliana tries to process this S-rank cooking lesson. Sig casually invites her to watch him cook. He's turning his barbecue quest into a date. Of course, he built his own smoker. This guy can't help but craft everything himself. Our boy is giving a TED Talk on wood chips, while Liliana is just enamored by the aroma. He just set her up with a 5-hour quest timer for a piece of meat. The grind is everywhere. Liliana is shocked by the wait time, but she's committed to this S-rank barbecue experience. 5 hours later, she's back, craving that S-rank smoked meat. Our boy is ready for the grand reveal, the moment of truth for his culinary side hustle. And the meat looks like a legendary item. Apparently my man's cooking skill is S-rank too. He gives her a 2-day quest timer for a piece of meat. The grind is never ending. 2 days later, the girls return to claim their S-rank barbecue promise. Our boy is hyped for the grand reveal, and Liliana is absolutely craving it. He wants to make it a family affair, but the girls seem a bit shifty. Liliana is so hungry she's ready to cut her own mom out of the first serving. He sees this as a chance to recruit for his new smoked meat cult. What a nerd. He presents the legendary meat, and the girls are already swooning over the aroma. He's about to add the final touches to this culinary masterpiece. No extra nonsense needed. And there it is. The final product looks like a 5-star meal. Our boy's a chef now. The girls are losing their minds, ready to ascend to a higher plane of existence over a steak. The moment of truth has come. The S-ranked barbecue is at last being served to the harem. His cooking is so exceptional it deserves its own glamour shot. Food porn at its finest. Our guy is literally critiquing his own dish mid-bite. What a self-affirming nerd. The girls are just observing him eat, likely curious if they'll get a taste of this legendary meat. And they've transcended. His cooking has elevated them to an entirely different realm. Liliana's mind is blown, and he's just like, yeah, I'm that good. She's officially hooked. A support group for S-rank smoked meat might be necessary. That's the expression of a man who knows he's just created two new food enthusiasts. Smug. The little one is just enjoying herself, completely immersed in that S-rank barbecue. The countryside harem has found a new family dinner spot, wholesome as can be. His new routine, grinding all day, then relishing his S-rank meat and drinks. You love to see it. He's soaking in the family vibes, finally experiencing the warmth that Sweatshop never provided. The girls are already clamoring for more, and he's thrilled to be their personal S-rank chef. Liliana throws him the "so what's the business plan genius" question about his legendary katanas. He admits he rage quit with no plans other than to craft cool swords. Classic SIG, freedom without foresight. Liliana is already strategizing, aware he needs to promote his work for real validation. The issue? He's a legendary katana maker in a village full of farmers. The market is non-existent. So Liliana, now the business manager, proposes he start a smoked meat side hustle in the city. He's been so focused on his grind that he's clueless about the town's major upgrades while he was away. And just like that, Liliana sets the next quest marker, a trip to the city to sell his S-ranked goods. He realizes he's been out of the city loop for 15 years. Serious culture shock incoming. Liliana quickly invites him on their next supply run. She's not wasting time securing her S-rank business partner. Sig agrees, seeing this as his chance to forge cool stuff without a boss. Living the dream. Liliana blushes, asking if she can get her hopes up. She's clearly smitten with the blacksmith. She tests him with the "can you handle monsters" question, as if he didn't one-shot a great sword during lunch. He humbly brags, "I'm just a blacksmith. Bro, we all witnessed you defy physics." Liliana is hyped, knowing she just secured an S-ranked bodyguard for her vegetable run. The girls explain that monsters have been disrupting their business, giving Sig his first official escort quest. 2 days later, Liliana calls him out for not bringing any luggage. She has no clue who she's dealing with. He just flexes his magic bag, blowing her mind for the 10th time this week. This guy is full of surprises. He hits her with the "I can carry the whole damn cart" to flex, and Liliana is over his antics. He effortlessly sucks the entire cart into his magic bag like a goddamn Kirby. Sig's remarks, "See, now it's a picnic," while the girls' brains are still buffering from the S-rank magic. And of course, just as they start vibing, some random monster dogs appear in the bushes to kick off the side quest.